It's Bang from HnO Paris, France. I hope you're well, and today I want to talk about the idea of ego. The ego, I will take the definition that is the way how I think about of me. I think it's very interesting because for me, we have a lot of works in personal development. We work a lot about the ego and in France, but I think it's in a lot of Western country. We have a big problem with the ego, and we explain that we need to cut the ego or decrease the ego inside ourselves because we are not connected to the true you, the true I, the essence of myself. And it's a big reflection about that since long time, because I think we need to work about ego only if we add a specific way of thinking. In fact, work on ego is interesting when you have a dogma about life after death. For example, hell or heaven or reincarnation, or become a better man because we are part of the humanity or part of universe. It's very interesting when we have, in fact, very close way of thinking. In fact, it's because we have consequences about our thinking or acts that we will want to work about our ego. If the idea is my ego will disappear when I will die, and more of that, after death there's nothing, no heaven, no hell, no reincarnation, nothing. Why do you want to work about ego? Why do you want to become a better man? Why do you want to go back to your essence? If we think about that, we can ask to ourselves, okay, why I want to become a less ego man or woman? Why I need to take care about my ego if I want to survive after my death? And I know, because it's my dogma, after death, nothing. So I need to make a lot of things during my life and perhaps create something great or not great. You can think about Hitler and so on, bad things, to give or let a thing to the humanity. And this ego is perhaps not what we are real, it's not our essence. However, it's our essence who create our ego. More of that, if we take the idea that we are God, we are Buddha, it's not outside of ourselves. God is not around us. It's not nature, it's not humanity, it's not a big guy over the earth. No, it's just a part of us, or more of that, it's us. Each human is a part of God, it's God. Why I need to work on my ego if the perfect part of myself, the essence, the part of God, creates my own ego? We can have some explanation if we say, okay, it's just to test yourself, to become a better man, to not be attracted by the dark side. But it's real if you are okay with a kind of dogma. If you don't care about that, why do you want to tell to your own essence, okay, you create me perfect with the God essence in me, you create the ego, so perhaps it's a false self. However, I create it for myself by the best way of myself. So at this moment, why I need to cut it, decrease it, because I'm good with that. I am this ego. Perhaps I am more than this ego because I can be my essence. But why I need to go back to my essence if there are no feedback, no benefit? So this question could be strange for you. For me, it's my daily question. Okay, about ego. I have ego. Sometimes I have big ego. And I'm not sure to believe about something outside, or like energy, God, or something like that. So perhaps I will die and everything will be over. So why works on ego? More of that, and more interesting, it's we will have some clients who will come in our office, and the problem come from the ego. Too much ego, too much egocentrism, and at this moment, it could be difficult if we have no idea about what are the belief about that. If you have someone who have big ego, but he say, okay, but I'm what I am. I don't want to be another people. I don't want to become a better man, because I don't believe in the idea of to be good or not, because this duality is from our dogma, our Western religion. A lot of time it's Judeo-Christian idea, good, bad, and so on. It's very, for more esoteric people, three-dimensional idea. However, it's for a lot of people a reality. So, if we have no frame for the partner, how we will work with him to be a good in his ego, and perhaps the ego is the problem, if he think that the ego is just him, and there are no consequences to be him, and death is not a bad consequence or good consequence, it's just the end of life. So during all this time, ego is his way of living, and not be a better man, not be a good guy, or even a bad guy, just be in his ego. So it's very interesting, and we need to ask ourselves the question, why we walk about the ego for ourselves. If you work on your ego because you want to become a better man, why do you want to become a better man? For what? For the humanity? Because you think you are a particular element of humanity, or you are in a common energy of humanity? Because you want to have good feedback from God or angel and so on? Because you want to have a good karma? It's very interesting to understand why we want to walk about ego, because at this moment we can see all the belief around it, and why we need to believe about it to become a better man. Can we become a better man if we cut all our belief about feedback about what I did or I will do? So that's just an idea, reflection I want to share with you, and just give you this question. Why is it so important for you to work on ego? And if the ego is so bad, however, even if it's our essence who create that. So if you have some question, just let me know, and like every day, just take what is good for you. Take care, bye-bye.